Hey everyone, I'm Ellen here at etrailer.Com. Today we're taking a look at the Pacer Performance High 5 Truck Cab Light Kit. Now this is going to help you to either add some lights to the top of your truck or maybe replace the old ones that got damaged or broken somewhere along the way. This is going to be styled after the 1999 through 2002 Dodge factory roof lights, and it has that traditional orange color. These are also available in smoke and clear if you'd want to have a little change in the look of the lights. It doesn't change the functionality at all. It's still going to give you an amber light whenever it's actually illuminated, but it does give you a little different look just sitting on the truck there. So it comes with everything you see laid out here on the table. We'll have our lights, the wiring, quick splice connectors to make our wiring connections, a switch, our bulbs, some rubber washers, and the screws to get our lights attached. So basically the way that you'll put this all together is to attach one of the bulbs into this little socket here. And this kit is actually available with LEDs in addition to the incandescent bulbs. You can find that here at etrailer.com using part number PP20-244. And it's going to be the exact same kit, it just has LEDs in addition to everything else that you see laid out here. So I would suggest getting that kit just because LEDs are typically going to last longer, burn a little bit brighter, and use a little bit less power than the typical incandescent bulb. So to get this in place, I'm just matching up this socket with the housing here, and this one actually isn't punched out all the way, so you might have to make some modifications to yours as it comes down. We'll try a different one. So not exactly the best look for these lights. I don't think it'd be too hard to cut that out with a razor knife, but once that's in place, you just give it kind of a quarter of a turn and then it locks into the slot there. We'll connect the red wire to power and our black wire will go to ground. Turn on my power source here and you can see how bright that is. So turn out the lights in studio, you can see the look of the light. The idea with these is not necessarily to give you more visibility while you're out on the road, rather it's going to make you more visible or your vehicle more visible to other drivers while you're out on the road. So it gives you that big rig look, helps other drivers to see you as you're coming down the road, especially important in areas like if you're going through the mountains, going through fog, snow, rain, things like that. It makes you just a little bit more visible to other folks out there. So now disconnect this, and it does come with a switch so we can bypass our factory wiring. That's nice, especially if you have a newer truck that you're adding these to. A lot of times if you hard splice into the wire or the factory wiring, it can void your warranty. So that's something to keep in mind there. By having that switch, you'll be able to just run the lights away from or outside of your factory wiring. That being said, if you want to hardwire into your factory lights so you can just turn your high 5 cab lights on when your running lights come on, that's totally fine. A lot of people like that option, but just something to keep in mind there if it is a newer truck that you might run into some issues. It does come with a fuse to keep everything protected, and then a bulk wire to go between all 5 of our lights. On the end of our fuse and on the end of the bulk wire, there's 2 little spade connectors that go to the back of that switch. If you are hard wiring this, you can of course just cut those off and wire everything directly where it needs to go. It comes with the hardware to actually mount the lights individually, and then we also get some rubber washers to help protect from any water getting into our cab underneath the head of those screws. If it were me, I'd probably add a little bit of silicone sealant just to make sure that there's not any water getting in there. As far as the size of each of our lights, it's about 5 3/4 inches long, or excuse me, 5 5/4 inches. 5 5/8 inches long by 3 1/8 inch wide and about 1 3/8 inch tall. The distance between those 2 mounting holes is about 1 3/4 inches apart. The bulb type that this uses is a 194 or a T10 type bolt. or a T10 type bulb. You can switch those out for LEDs if you want to, or get that kit that I mentioned earlier. This is a universal fit. It does meet SAE specifications, and that's pretty much going to do it for our look at the Pacer Performance High 5 Truck Cab Light Kit. Hope this video has been helpful in making your decision on whether it's the right kit for you. Thanks for watching.